Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Durosimi Hibukunlua, aka Peculiar. If you are joining me for the first time, thank you so much for joining the Peculiar World family. For my existing viewers, thank you so much for the love. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. I am saying thank you on behalf of Peculiar World. On this episode, I'll be teaching you how to cut a simple style and you give it to Obioma, what we also call London tailor, to do the sewing. Yes, it is possible. I will do the cutting, you will do the cutting yourself as well, and you will give it to London tailor to do the sewing. For the purpose of this tutorial, you will need scissors, tape measure, pin, and a chalk. Are you ready to get started? Come with me as we get into business. To get started, you need your bust measurement, your waist measurement, and your hips measurement. For every measurement, you will have 2 inches because this style we're about to cut won't need a zipper and a button. I mean, there will be no zip, there will be no button. This style is what we call Bubu. Bubu, it is a simple dress. We call it Bubu. That is why I said for every of the measurements, the bust, the waist, and the hips, you will need 2 inches as allowance. So here is my fabric. I'll fold it into 2. Please, whenever you want to fold your fabric, fold it to the wrong side. That is the wrong side. This is the right side, this is the wrong side, because you will rule and make some drawings on the wrong side. So here I fold it into 2. Just look at this, into 2. So after folding it into 2, this part of the fabric you will then fold into 2 as well. So you have it folded into 4 places. Can somebody see this place? It is folded into 2 first and then folded into 2 again. Don't worry about the edge that is not equal. We will still cut it off. Yes. So this is what you actually need. Before I forget, this fabric is not up to 3 yards. It's like 2.5 yards. So that is why our dress, our Bubu dress, will be knee length. Knee length. Yes, I forgot, you also need your full measurement. I mean the knee length, where you want the dress to be on your body. Start. The first thing we will mark and cut out for this style is the neck. For the purpose of this style, we will be using round or canoe neck, depending on your own choice. So let's get started. For my neck, the depth, I don't want it to be too wide and I don't want it to be too deep. So I'll just measure from this other part. Don't make a mistake. This place is not together. From this other side that is together, you will just measure like 3 inches. This is 3 inches. For the wideness, you will measure 5 inches. This is 5 inches. So you connect your 3 inches to the 5 inches. If you cut it this way, it will give you 4-corner neck, and that won't be fine enough for Bubu style. So you just do something like this. You see this place? You just cut out, you mark out a slant or a circumference that will make it give you a round shape. Now you can then cut it out. Just look at it. Steady, steady. You cut it out this way, this way, this way, this way. So you see what we have here. If you cut it just like that, we have a 4-corner, and that is not fine enough for Bubu. This style, it is not really round because I don't want it to be really round. If you want it to be round, you can go in more to give you a canoe or a round neck, depending on your choice. If you want a canoe neck, you can go in this way, yes. But if you want a round neck, you can go in this way. But this style I've cut, this is our outcome. Can you see it? Is somebody getting along? Okay, let's get back to business. Don't forget, London tailor will do the sewing. Bust measurements now. To get your bust measurement from the shoulder, this is the shoulder. From the shoulder, you measure 9 inches. Please, this measurement varies depending on height, but for an average height, you measure 9 inches. On your 9 inches, You now measure. My bust measurement is 36. 36 divided by 4 is 9. My own bust measurement is 36. So for my outlining, I will divide 36 by 4 because this cloth is folded into 4. So 36 divided by 4 is 9. This is the 9. Don't forget, I told you you will add 2 inches because the cloth won't have a zipper nor a button. So I'll add 2 inches to 9 inches. Okay, let's just add 3 inches so that you'll be able to wear it very well. And if after sewing you are not comfortable with the fitting, you can sew it in more. Let's just add 3 inches. So this is the bust measurement. So for our waist measurement, most times the waist measurement is always, just look at this. This is your breast point. Okay, look at it. This is your shoulder. This is your breast point. I told you it is 9 inches. So for the waist measurement, because you are the one measuring yourself, you can just do from that 9 inches, from that point, you can check out where your waist is. Your waist measurement is always on where your belly button is. Your belly button is your stomach. So you just trace it like this. This is my belly button. This is my stomach. You just trace it like this. And then you raise your head high because if you bend your neck, you won't get the actual measurement. You raise your neck high and look out for anywhere. So look at it. I have 8 inches. So that is to tell you that from your shoulder to your waist is normally 17 inches for an average height. The size, the measurement varies on height and stature. So from my shoulder to my waist, let's try it. It should be 17 inches. Oh well, 17 inches. Now let's measure 17 inches from our shoulder. This is 17 inches. 17 inches. So look at it, from where your abdomen is, that is where you measure your waist measurement. We have 29 inches. So don't forget, whatever you get, you divide it by 4. 29 inches divided by 4 is 7/4. Let's check it out. 7/4. This is it. 7/4. So you add 3 inches to it. This is 1, 2, 3. You add 3 inches to it. Okay, this is our waist measurement. Normally, from waist to your hips is 8 inches too. So from here is the waist measurement. Waistline rather. This is the waistline. This is the waistline. From the waistline, you measure 8 inches downward. This is 8 inches downward. So this is the hips line. This is the hips line. On the hips line, you measure your hips. This is how to measure your hips measurement. You take the tape measure round your hips from where your butt is. You take it round where you have the biggest part of your hips. Yes, and you will make sure it is free. Don't let it be too tight because of walking. So my hips measurement is 38. 38 inches divided by 4 is 9.5 inches. That is 9.5. 9.5. This is 9.5. And then you will add 3 inches to it. This is 3 inches. So this is what I get. So from your bust line, you will connect the bust line with the waistline. You will go this way. This is the waistline. This is my own shape. For some people that have bigger waist than their bust, it will go this way. Yes, but because my own waist is smaller than my bust, it will go this way. And then you connect it to the hips line. This is it. This is it. Can you see it? Yeah, I did that earlier, not knowing I wasn't filming. So this is it. Then you connect it downward. Now let's measure how long we want our dress to be. For me, I want my dress to be 40 inches. That is my knee length. From the shoulder, you measure 40 inches. 40 inches. This is 40 inches. You know why I'm not measuring it on this neckline? Because I cut it out already. I'm not measuring it from here because I cut out the neckline already. So for a learner like you, you can just leave it out. You don't cut it yet, so that I can get your measurements right. So this is 40 inches. I'll just connect it this way. You're supposed to need a ruler to have a straight line. So I'll just add 2 inches for sewing. Let me add 1 inch for sewing allowance because I'm giving it to a London tailor. He might not know how to fold in well. So I'll measure. I can use my tape measure as ruler. See what I do here? So you will measure it down. That is why I told you not to bother about this not being equal before. So you just go this way, cut it out. Somebody don't make jest of my scissors. I've been using these scissors since 2013. Broken. Okay, so let's cut this out. The extra 1 inch is for sewing allowance because we have to sew it in this way. We have to sew it in. So after measuring it, this part, you can still roll it down. Please don't let the sewing beat you because of working. After measuring this, you then turn your fabric to the other side. See what I have here? You know I've measured it on that side. You turn your fabric to the other side. Already you know your measurements. So I'll just start. My bust measurement, you measure 9 inches for your bust line. 9 inches. So this is 9 inches. My bust measurement from this part is what? Is 9. It is 36 inches divided by 4. That is 9. This is 9 inches. So I'll add 3 inches for sewing allowance. This is 12 inches. My waistline, I'll measure 17 inches from the shoulder. This is 17 inches. My waist is 29 inches. 29 divided by 4 is 7¼ This is 7¼ This is 7¼ So I will now measure 3 inches for the sewing allowance. Don't forget, this is our actual measurement. This is actual measurement. This is allowance. This is actual. This is allowance. This is actual. This is allowance. For the hips measurement, I will measure 8 inches from the waistline. I told you earlier, hips measurement is normally for regular stature. It is 8 inches from the waistline. So this is 8 inches. My hips is 38 inches. 30 divided by 4 is 9½ inches. And I will add 3 inches for sewing allowance. And then I will connect. You will connect it this way. You will connect. Don't forget, you will measure 2 inches from the bust line for where you will stop and start the sewing. Then you connect. And for where you stop and start the sewing on the other side, you can leave 5 inches. 5 inches. You will do the same thing for the other side too. 5 inches. Because this style, we won't sew it on the back side, on the wrong side. We have to sew it on this other side because we have the flare out, not in. So this is what you will tell the tailor to do. You will tell the tailor to first sew it. That is a sample stitch. To first sew it, so that by the time you turn it to the other side, the tailor will know that, okay, oh, I will join the other two parts together using the sample stitch as a trace. Do you get? You will tell the tailor to first sew it on where you marked on this side and where you marked on the other side. So that sewing is what you call sample stitch. So you will now turn it to the other side, that is to the right side, and then the tailor will sew. The tailor will now sew on the sample stitch. Okay guys, meet Mohammed. Mohammed will be doing the sewing for me. Mohammed, say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Say hi. I don't know. I think he's shy. I don't know Mohammed. I met him today and I told him he will be doing sewing for me. He said fine. He's going to do the sewing. Just watch out, guys. This one, we will sew him like this. We will sew him like this. You just see round. So if you don't sew am round, you see this line where I mark, you go sew am, you go follow the line. This one too, you go follow the line. You don't see am, and this place, you go fold am like this. Be down. Yeah, do. Guys, this is the outcome of the Bubu dress. I did the cutting, Mohammed the London tailor did the sewing. Don't forget, if you want it to be more fitted, you can add just 2.5 inches instead of the 3 inches, so it will be more fitted. But I think I'm loving this side better the way it is. Okay, don't forget to click on the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you think I do. Of course, I know I really do. And please, I will drop my WhatsApp number in the description box. I would love to see you all practice it and then send me your outcome. I'll be so glad to put it on my status update. Don't forget to click subscribe button. I need you to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Bye.